gentlemen, happy Saturday, and welcome to another Set the Record Straight segment. My last one was popular, I guess, so, I guess it's time to do another one. And this week we have some claims that are going to be, I'm going to tell you whether they're true or false. Okay, the first one is about Bernie Sanders. Now, a lot of my friends and even I have been very kind of positive about Bernie, but as we all know, no candidate is perfect. So let's see if that still holds up. The claim: Bernie Sanders voted to dump toxic chemicals in a majority Latino community in Sierra Blanca, Texas. Now that's the claim. It's been going around from some Hillary supporters who have been saying, well, Bernie is not clean. He's not perfect either. He had that. And I went to PolitiFact, and there's a graphic going out about this. And did he do it? Yes, he did. In 1998, the House of Representatives approved a compact struck between Texas and Vermont and Maine that would allow Vermont and Maine to dump lower-level nuclear waste at a designed site in Sierra Blanca, Texas. Sanders, at the time representing Vermont in the House, co-sponsored the bill and actively ushered it through Congress. So yes, just like I keep saying, no candidate is perfect. Shame on you, Mr. Sanders. I wish, probably wish you can have that vote back. Like I said, every politician has them. Next up, this is a claim, and it's from the site Snopes, but conservatives have been putting this up on the internet, and it's called UCLA Students Rally Behind ISIS. A photograph supposedly showing 5,000 UCLA students holding a candlelight vigil for a fallen ISIS soldier depicts nothing of the sort. So you kind of get the idea where this is going. It was rated false. It was a candlelight vigil for falling Professor William Klug, who was shot by a disgruntled former student. So Snopes rated this false. Next up is fact-checking Hillary Clinton about Donald Trump, her blistering criticism of Donald Trump. A lot of liberals were praising it like hell, so let's see. Let's see how it holds up. Clinton, climate change in China. Trump really did link the Chinese to climate change hoax in 2012 tweet, but there's a bit more to the story, so they rated it mostly true. Trump's message, sent in November 6, 2012, said the concept of global warming was created by and for the Chinese in order to make the U.S. manufacturing non-competitive. So Clinton certainly has evidence to support her claim, but we should also note that Trump backed off his claim earlier this year, calling the Chinese link a joke. We rate this Clinton statement mostly true. Next up is Hillary Clinton, and POWs are not heroes. Clinton's dig against Trump for his comment about McCain and prisoner of war dates back to a Trump event in Iowa on July 18, 2015. Referring to Senator John McCain, Republican Arizona, who spent 5.5 years in a Vietnamese prison camp, Trump said he's not a war hero. Trump went on to say he's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured. In one sense, Clinton has a point. Trump did say McCain is not a hero despite his POW record, although Trump has since taken those comments back and called McCain a hero. However, Clinton's speech was intended to more broadly attack Trump's national security credibility. Trump has never made the general statement that POWs are not heroes, even if his comments against McCain insinuated that. In fact, he has insinuated to the contrary on multiple occasions. So, sorry, Hillary, that one was only half true. So the next one, Miss Universe pageant as a foreign policy experience. Clinton also said Trump says that his foreign policy experience because he ran the Miss Universe pageant in Russia. We found that this attack is pretty close to the mark, though somewhat overstated, so we read it half true. In an interview with Fox News, Brett Baier on May 6, 2016, Baier said asked Trump about whether he had met Russia's President Vladimir Putin on an issue Trump had previously been coy about. Trump told Baier that once again he would have no comment on the question in order to protect Putin's confidence. Trump went on to say, however, I love Russia well. I had a major event in Russia 2 or 3 years ago, the Miss Universe contest, which was a big, incredible event and incredible success. So Clinton certainly has a point that Trump referenced his leadership of the Miss Universe pageant as a credential. However, Clinton overstated the case modestly when she accused Trump of claiming that the pageant as foreign policy experience. So no, it was not something Trump used as foreign policy experience. So that's half true. Okay, and finally another one about Hillary, but this one's from Snopes. Gorilla Shrew. Hillary Clinton claimed that the gorilla was shot because of racism. And Origin claimed Hillary Clinton blamed racism for the death of gorilla in a Cincinnati zoo. False. Did Hillary Clinton say that the gorilla was racism was to blame for it? Where did it originate from? The Christian Times newspaper website published an article reporting former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton had introduced racism into a debate over the controversial shooting death of a gorilla named Hannibal after a child fell into the cage in an ape's enclosure in the Cincinnati Zoo. The article circulated on Facebook where Clinton's critics took its claim to face. However, the Christian Times newspaper, not to be confused with a legitimate publication, the Christian Times is a fake news site whose articles are appended with the following disclaimer. Christian Times newspaper is a premier online source for news, commentary, opinion, and theories. Christian Times newspaper does not take responsibility for any of the reader's actions and may result from them on our stories. We make it abundantly aware that not all stories are necessarily grounded in fact. We do our best to provide accurate, update news. So, in other words, newspaper. That's just like the UCLA ISIS claim. Guess what? It came from a false site. In other words, they like to get people to bait click. So be careful, ladies and gentlemen, when you click onto these sites. Snopes and PolitiFact are considered fact check sites, so they're pretty, legitimate. But you want to be, it was from the UCLA claim is from Someone's Bones, one of the many fake news sites that shamelessly post fabricated stories with outrage provoking clickbait headlines in order to lure gullible readers to generate advertising revenue to them. So I'm going to put the links below so that way you'll know not to trust these type of sites. I think we get so heated up in our debates and everything. We like to say all that Hillary Clinton and then we'll believe anything that's posted. That's why I'm doing these videos, believe it or not, so that way I can set the record straight with you. So that way you'll know, hey, I've made mistakes before. I've made plenty of them. I'm not going to sit here and act like I haven't. So I'm glad that there is sites like Fact Check and Snopes and PolitiFact. So that way, they may not be nothing's perfect, but sites like this are there to fact check. And just remember, be careful what you read. It may not turn out to be accurate at all.